Good afternoon, Professor. Thank you for joining us today. We are delighted to introduce you to our project, the Music Archive application. Our team members are Siyun Kim, Shib Kumar, Tatiana Rodriguez, Ignacio Arce, and Kevin Morrison. We are all programmers of the project so far.
Okay, so today I'll be explaining a little bit about the backend code for our application. So our app is structured into various folders, each with its own specific purpose and files. So firstly, I'm going to talk about a little bit about the controller folder. We have 3 files in this folder: the authentication controller, the music controller, and the user controller. So this is the authentication controller, which is responsible for user management. It has functions to create a user and log in a user. It also checks if the hashed password matches the one provided. Now we can go ahead with the music controller, which manages our music database. It has functions to create, update, or delete music records. Additionally, it can retrieve either a specific record or all records at once. Then we have the user controller, which allows us to manage user data. It has functions to update a user, retrieve a user or all users. We can also delete a user and get statistics for a specific user.
Next, we have the models folder. This folder contains 2 files, which are the music model and the user model. The music model defines the schema for the music database, which includes the title, singer, album cover, category, and price of a music record. And the user model defines the schema for the user database, which is the username, email, password, and is admin boolean that is false by default. We also have the node modules folder, which was automatically created when the project was initiated. Then there's the roots folder. This folder contains 3 files, which are auth, music, and user. These files define the roots for the functions mentioned earlier. And lastly, we have the verify token file. This file is used to verify the user token, ensuring user authenticity and admin privileges. The rest of the files in the project were created by default when we initiated it.
Okay, so this is our verify token file. It uses the built-in JSON web token library to verify each token. And it has 3 functions, one for verifying the token of a user to see if they're authenticated. So it grabs the token from the header, uses the splits it up, and then uses the JSON web token library to verify it. And then if they're verified, it will run this next function, which is passed as a callback. And if not, it'll say invalid token or say that you're not authenticated. And then we have verify token and authorization, which just checks if the user has an ID or is an admin and then runs the callback function. And if not, it will tell you that you're not allowed to do that. And lastly, we have verify token and admin, which just checks if the user is an administrator, runs the next callback function. And then if not, then they will be told that you are not allowed to do that either. And then we just export each of these 3 functions.
So here is our API test. We have register, login, update, and fetch a user, delete a user, get all users. These functions I'll show. So for the update and the get all users, fetch all user, delete a user, we must use the token of admin to do the API. And also for music and getting music, delete music, and fetch music, we also need to generate our tokens. So this is our MongoDB database. We have collections of music, and we have collections of user. We can see our admin boolean here. So if it is true, then this user will be admin.